Okay, here's Tuesday's overview. We're going to do two things today, a Nearpod and a Google form. And hopefully you were able to get into the dream box yesterday. And, one more thing down here. Ms. Hartman's going to do a Zoom session at 10 a.m. today, or on Tuesday. So I'll be joining that one as well. Okay, you're going to use the link to complete the Nearpod at your own pace. And that's going to be this link right here. And then you're going to read and listen to each slide and complete the activities. When you're done with all the activities, you're going to complete the Google form. And the Google form is right there. You may want to take a moment and listen to Ms. Hartman's video right there, her directions. When you log into your Nearpod, be sure not to use a nickname. Use your first and last name so your points get recorded for you, so we're not guessing who did the Nearpod. So this Nearpod is on scatter plots and identifying clusters and outliers. And you're going to learn about scatter plots, clusters, and outliers. Down here, hit play on these so you can hear Ms. Hartman's voice on each slide. Whenever this appears, make sure you hit play. I'm not going to go through every slide with you in this video. So you're going to type in an answer here. How do you figure out if doing more homework means getting a higher test grade? So you may want to track your homework assignments to see if your test grades go up. So just come up with some kind of response. There's really no right or wrong for this. And I'll show you a few more slides. On this one, you're going to circle and describe the pattern of the cluster of points in the graph. So I would circle this cluster and describe the pattern. I would say they're decreasing or going negative. So decrease or negative. And then put a box around any outliers that are found. I would say that's an outlier right there. Identify the outlier in the graph. Okay, kind of looks like the same point right there. And what would the reason be? Let's see, it's the number of songs and the dollars, a dollar on a gift card. So it looks like that the more songs you buy on a gift card, the dollar amount on the gift card decreases. But the outlier, maybe that was like some sort of sale, like you could get 20 songs, or for $20 you could get 5 songs, and maybe it was like a special album or something. So you're going to work through those and then go on and distinguish between linear and nonlinear in a scatter plot. So if it seems like you can fit a straight line in there, you would say linear. But if it curves, then you would say nonlinear. Or if it's like up and down, that's also nonlinear. Okay, so pay attention to those. If there's a curve, it's nonlinear. If it seems to be sort of a straight trend, then it's linear. So after you did the Nearpod, signed in with your first and last name, and then you listened to the whole Nearpod, then you're going to go to the Google form. So be careful here that you're signing in accurately your class period. And you're going to type in your first name and your last name, nice and carefully, spell it correctly. And I wanted to review just a few of these with you and wish you luck on this. Okay, look at how that data seems to curve. If it curves, it's nonlinear. This data seems to be an upward trend, so it's sort of straight, so we'd say linear. This one looks like a U-shaped, and a U-shaped is nonlinear. The pattern here is decreasing. If it's decreasing, then we say negative correlation. Decreasing, going down is negative, going up is positive. So this one's negative. If it's all scattered about, then we say no correlation. It's not increasing or decreasing, it's just scattered or random. Which of the following has a positive correlation? Well, this one's going down, so that's negative. This one's increasing, so this one is positive. This one curves down, so that's negative, and this is no correlation. So the answer to this one would be B. Looking here, which one shows no correlation? Well, this is decreasing, that's negative. This one's also decreasing, so it's also negative. This is random, nothing's happening here, so this is no correlation. And the last one is increasing, so it's positive. So the answer to this question would be C. I wanted to show you this one because there's a little bit of a twist here. Which of the following would the correlation coefficient be closest to -1? So we want our slope to be negative. The only one is choice A. A is the only one that's decreasing. Well, wait a minute. C is also decreasing, but this one looks like it's steeper. It's more negative. So I still would go with A. -1 is not a very big slope. I also wanted to show you that there are some questions that have more than one answer. Which of the following statements are true? And it has a star there. There's more than one answer here. So let's look at the choices. It's a quadratics test, the number of minutes studying, and the test grade. So it does look like there is a positive correlation. The more you study, the higher your grade would be. So let's look at the choices. According to the scatter plot, there's a positive correlation. Yes. The data shows a linear relationship. I do think that is increasing, and it does look to be sort of an upward trend. It's not curvy, it's not nonlinear, so it's not this one. The value on the x-axis represents the student grades. No, the x-axis is studying, so it's not this one. The ordered pair 45-100 represents that a student studied for 45 minutes and earned 100. Let's see, 45 and 100 is right here. And that looks to be true, yes. So be careful on these ones. This section, there'll be more than one correct answer. Same thing on this one. Which statements are true? There's going to be more than one answer. We're looking at the side lengths of a square and the area. So the more side lengths, it looks like the area increases. Kind of looks a little curvy. Let's see, it's linear or nonlinear. I might go ahead and say this is nonlinear. I do kind of see a curve to the data. When the y value represents the area of the square. This is the y value here, the area of the square, so I would say yes. A square with a side length of 10 would have an area of 100. So if the side length is 10, then the area would be 100. So yes, that's true as well. So wow, 3 out of 4 of these are the correct answer. So I'll do one more with you. Which of the following statements are true? Again, we have more than one answer. So it looks here for average temperatures, the month and the temperature. So let's see, the x value represents the month. Yeah, the x value is the month, so that's true. The temperature is in degrees Celsius. No, the temperature is in degrees Fahrenheit. So that's not right. The data appears to be a non-linear pattern. Yeah, it curves. The data is curving, so it is non-linear. On average, the warmest month in Hartford, Connecticut is the month of July. So we have to know July is the 7th month. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. That is the 7th month. And that does look like the warmest temperature. 2 more choices. Month 12, December has the coldest average high temperature. So here's December. And I actually think this one's a little bit colder, so I would not say that's true. And then month 11, November has an average high temperature of 50. So if we go to November, to the average high, and that is 50. So that one is true. So you have to be a careful reader here and take your time and look at the graph for all of these. Okay, so you should do the Nearpod first, then the Google form, and hopefully the dream box is going okay. I've heard some pretty positive feedback from students, and hopefully you can get into a Zoom session with us just to check in. And if you couldn't get in the Zoom box today with us, there's going to be another one on Thursday at 10 o'clock. So plan on that one if you can't get in today.